All right, let's dive into something pretty incredible today, an idea that might just flip how we think about mental health on its head. We're going to pull back the curtain on the brain's hidden maintenance system, its very own secret cleaning crew. For the longest time, the conversation has been all about neurotransmitters, right? Chemical balances, serotonin, dopamine. But what if that's only one piece of the puzzle? What if the root of things like brain fog or even depression isn't just about the signals being sent, but about keeping the whole system clean? Yeah, you heard that right. Plumbing. Think about it. What if your brain has a drainage system, and when it gets clogged, everything starts to back up? It's a simple idea, but wow, it opens up a completely new way to look at our own minds. So let's get into it. Okay, so it's time to meet this cleanup crew. The official name for it is the glymphatic system, and honestly, it's the real star of the show today. So what is it exactly? Well, as your brain works hard all day long, it creates waste. You can think of it like metabolic exhaust fumes. The glymphatic system is this incredible specialized pathway that swoops in and clears out all that gunk. We're talking nasty stuff like neurotoxic proteins and inflammatory molecules that you really don't want hanging around. So how does this brainwashing cycle actually work? It's pretty genius. First, clean cerebrospinal fluid, or CSF, gets pumped into the brain along the outside of your arteries. Then, this fluid literally washes through your brain tissue, grabbing all the metabolic garbage from in between your brain cells. And finally, all that dirty fluid drains away into your body's regular lymphatic system. But here's the absolute kicker, step 4. This whole cleaning process kicks into high gear almost exclusively when you're in deep, deep sleep. That's right, deep, non-REM sleep isn't just for resting, it is the master switch for this whole operation. It's amazing. When you hit that deep sleep stage, your brain cells actually shrink a little bit. This makes the space between them get bigger, allowing that cleaning fluid to flow up to 60% more freely. It's like opening the floodgates for the cleanup crew to get to work. And look, this isn't just some fun theory. The science on this is solid. As this quote from a major study says, plain and simple, sleep drives metabolite clearance from the adult brain. The equation is direct. No deep sleep, no deep clean. Okay, so we get how it's supposed to work. But what happens when the system breaks down? What does a clogged brain drain actually feel like for our mental health? Well, the difference is pretty night and day. When the system is healthy and flowing, you get really efficient waste removal. That means low inflammation in the brain and that feeling of sharp, clear thinking. But on the flip side, when that system gets clogged, waste starts to build up, inflammation skyrockets, and you get that all too familiar feeling of cognitive fog, fatigue, just feeling mentally stuck in the mud. And the coolest part, we can actually see this happening now. Scientists have come up with a clever MRI technique. It's called DTI-ALPs that lets them measure how well this system is working, all non-invasively, in living people. It's like getting a direct look under the hood to check the fluid flow. And when they use this tool, the findings are just staggering. Check this out. For people with major depressive disorder, they're finding that a lower ELPS index, which just means less efficient cleaning, is directly linked to those crushing fatigue and cognitive symptoms. We see the exact same pattern in schizophrenia. And in PTSD, a slower system is even tied to physical damage in the brain. The evidence is just piling up that a clogged system is a huge player in these conditions. Okay, so hearing about a clogged brain might sound a bit alarming, but here's the really good news. You are not powerless here. Not at all. Which brings us to the best part, your personal toolkit for supporting your brain's nightly cleaning crew. We can really boil it down to 3 big levers you can pull to get your brain's plumbing flowing better. It all comes down to your sleep quality, how you manage light exposure, and a few key lifestyle habits. Now, to really get that light exposure piece, you have to meet this other cool character called melanopsin. It's a special pigment in your eyes, but here's the wild thing. It has nothing to do with vision. You don't see with it. Its one and only job is to detect how bright and what color the light is, and then report back to your brain's master clock to say, hey, it's daytime, or, okay, it's getting dark out here. So here's how you put that to work for you. When you get some morning sunlight, that bright bluish light hits those melanopsin cells in your eyes. They then send a huge wake up signal to your brain's master clock. And that one simple act in the morning is what anchors your entire 24-hour body clock for the rest of the day. It's what guarantees you'll get tired at the right time later that night, setting the stage for the deep sleep that your cleaning crew desperately needs. So let's make this super practical. There are things that are friends of your cleanup crew and things that are foes. On the friends list, sleeping on your side. Studies show it actually helps drainage, getting regular aerobic exercise, and getting enough omega-3s. And the foes? Well, they're probably what you'd guess. Blasting your eyes with blue light from screens late at night, heavy alcohol use, which just wrecks your sleep architecture, and certain medications that are known to suppress deep sleep. So, when you put all of this together, what you get is a totally new blueprint for mental wellness. It's a plan that goes way beyond just thinking about brain chemistry. And this right here is the paradigm shift. It's the idea that mental wellness isn't just about getting the software of our brain chemicals right, it's also about the hardware. It's about the physical maintenance of the organ itself. You have to keep it clean for it to run properly. So let's just do a super quick recap. Takeaway number 1. Your brain has a cleaning crew. It's called the glymphatic system. 2. Deep sleep is their prime time to work. 3. A clogged up system is seriously linked to symptoms of major mental health conditions. And 4, the most important one, you can actually do things to help this system starting today with your habits around sleep, light, and lifestyle. And that really brings us to the final, most important question. This isn't just some abstract science, it's personal. Your brain's cleaning crew, they clock in for the night shift every single night. So the real question is, after everything we've just talked about, what are you going to do tonight to help them do their job?